how to protect and guard yourself from love spells. Now, a few nights ago, I was awakened out of a dream. And in this dream, there was this guy, this African guy, and he was trying to draw my attention to him. So as he drew my attention to him, I noticed there was a filter on his face, like the social media filters that people use. There was a filter on his face, so we know what that means, right? So he was trying to draw me to him, and he was trying to get me to press this button. And the filter was kind of throwing me off a little, but then I realized what was going on in the dream. I never did press that button. So then I awakened from the dream. Now I believe if I would have pressed that button, I would have come in agreement with a love spell. A love spell is when someone is trying to deceive you into believing that God has chose them to either be in a relationship with you or to be your husband. So it's pretty much like they're trying to force themselves on you by doing love spells. Now love spells are a form of witchcraft. So there's no love in that. They use the word love to kind of throw you off and deceive you into believing that it's something harmless when it is an evil covenant. So if you come into agreement with a love spell, if you come into a relationship up under a love spell, or you come into a marriage up under a love spell, it is an evil covenant. And that relationship and that marriage is going to be full of witchcraft attacks, because it will have a legal right, a legal place in that relationship and in that marriage. So the individual may think that, oh, our relationship or our marriage is being attacked like this because it's of God, and that's not always the truth. Because a marriage that comes from God should not be full of warfare, should not be full of witchcraft attacks. If your whole entire marriage is when one spouse is having to fast and pray for the other spouse for years in order to get them delivered, that is not of God. That is either an evil covenant, or you've married someone very immature, or you've married unequally yoked. So one way that people are deceived by love spells is through lust. So if you have lust in your heart, or you're lusting after something, you're lusting after someone, you're lusting to be with someone, then that can deceive you into falling for a love spell, or that can cause a love spell to have legal place or legal ground in your life. And next thing you know, you're in a relationship, and that relationship is up under a love spell, or even a marriage. You come into a marriage that is up under a love spell. It is an evil covenant that you've come into that you are unaware of because you have been deceived. So one way to protect